Good day, YouTube. Once again, welcome to Bishop's Blast. I'm your host, go by the name of Dr. Mebane, where we dive into what I consider a sanitized version of a YouTube channel, where we talk about all things firearms related. Now, I'm not a subject matter expert by any stretch of the imagination, just an old retired Navy guy who loves God and has quite the affinity for all things that go boom. At this point in time, I do want to always pause it, slow it down, to thank each and every one of you that have been, my A1s from day one, rocking with me from the very beginning. I want to thank you for continuing to give me the inspiration to come and share my 2A journey with each and every one of you. Specifically for all of you that have already hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and shared it with someone else. And I want to admonish some of you to go ahead and do the same. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share it with someone else. Sharing's caring. Now we're going to tune in to this edition of Bishop's Blast. Come on. Let's get it in. Today, coming off of our holiday, off of Thanksgiving, I want to get into something a little bit more fundamental when it comes down to security as a whole. I want to talk about the posture of planning. That's right, the posture of planning, where we just don't have a tool to be able to utilize when it comes down to needing help or assistance in a situation, but also we do the required training and continued upkeep to make sure that we're equipped all the way around to be able to do what needs to be done. And we know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Before I go deep into this, let me get and do my EDC check. EDC check for today is coming out of my tactical holster, Kydex holster. We have the FN 509C. That is the FN 509C. It is clear. Safe direction and shoot. It is the FN 509C. Polymer frame, striker 5 pistol, chain bit at 9mm. A Viper optic, suppressor height sights, and threaded barrel. It does the job very well. You might want to give this a shot at your range. Rent you an FN 509C tactical. And back to what we're talking about. What I really wanted to do was really talk about what we can do to be that much more prepared when a possible situation may arise. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to practice and or have plans for certain things, but I do believe in that old adage that says if you don't if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I really think that we should sometimes have a clue and an idea of what you may do in certain situations before those situations arise. And that's the reason why I'm a big proponent when it comes down to training with the firearms that you're going to be able to use. Specifically, when it comes down to home defense, I talk plenty of times about some of my favorites of what I would utilize in certain situations. However, whatever you use, it should be something that you're comfortable with, something that you're trained on, something that you understand the rules and regulations when it comes down to rules of engagement. And it has to be something that you feel a certain degree of accuracy with as well. Now, I know I talk mostly about shotguns and rifles when it comes down to home defense, but if I had, sometimes I don't mind using a pistol, especially one that I'm fairly decent with utilizing. One of my favorites of shooting is the Springfield Armory. It's the Prodigy. It's the Prodigy. I feel real comfortable when it comes down to shooting this firearm. It is clear, safe direction, and shoot. It is the buttery smooth Springfield Prodigy with the TLR1. Have a Holosun on this, and it does an excellent job. This is a double stack 1911, so it will carry whatever load that you need, and pretty much get the job done. So one of the ones that I'm comfortable with, if I found myself in a various predicaments, specifically home, a full-size Prodigy will also get the job done. Now, more so than just the firearm, I don't want to just talk about the firearm specifically, but I want to talk about the plan, which is the thing that's more essential than anything else. You need to kind of know what you're going to do when you hear a bump in the night. If you're with someone, you might want to plan and say, hey, look, if I'm going to be the one that grabs a tool, I need somebody else to be the one to call 911. Everybody doesn't have where the police are automatically notified because your alarm went off. If you do, good on you. If you do, and it's good on you, still might take a period of time for them to get there. So you need to have a plan. Might want to have a tool by you to be able to hold off on. I am not one to tell you what your plan is. I'm just admonishing you today to have a plan. For example, some people might want to feel like that they want to be John Wick-ish and go down there and clear the house. Most of my precious cargo is upstairs. If you want to stay downstairs till the cops come, that's on you. However, I will stay perched in a position where you can't get up and nobody else can get down. And I have a line of fire from where someone would enter my domicile. And that's the reason why you have to know your laws. You need to understand if you're in one of those states that are stand your ground, where you have a little bit more leeway, or you are in, sort of like me, in a state that has castle doctrine. So you have to be prepared, not just for the situation, but the aftermath that takes place even after that. What are you going to do? Specifically, if you do have to, if you have to fire your weapon, are you prepared for that? Do you have resident insurance that will kind of help you and aid you in some of the assistance that you might need? Because you may have to give up that firearm and you may end up going or getting incarcerated for the night. What would you do in those situations? These are certain things that you need to kind of already have in the back of your mind, because when things go bad, they go bad extremely fast. And you need to be prepared. And that's the reason why we're talking about planning, so that you understand what you're going to do. I know I'm talking specifically and strategically about home defense because I want you to make sure that you're good at your house. But even for those that go out and conceal carry, you need to understand what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. Somebody accosted you. Are you going to brandish? You need to understand the laws of your state, because you merely by trying to use a psychological deterrent force to get somebody away, you don't know, you might be breaking the law. So kind of keep these things in mind when you're dealing with the stuff that you're going to have to deal with. And that's the reason why people do practice. People do have, remember when you was in school, you had fire drills? It wasn't a fire, but you went through these things. You planned just in case there was one. This is what I would do if I found myself in one of these situations. So that's what I'm admonishing you to do on today, is to have a plan and be prepared to work your plan. That's my time. Well, thank you for tuning in once again with me for Bishop's Blast. And I just pray that you are prepared. You've practiced. You've got a plan just in case you ever need to utilize the security that you have procured for yourself. So I want to thank you, thank God for you, pray that all is well, and I want you to continue, because you know I'll be back with another one next Tuesday, to stay tuned with me at Bishop's Blast and be blessed. Take care. Later.